I'm going to do something this year that I haven't done in the past, which is give a prediction for all Seahawks games, including the games that they lose, where I assume they will lose. Otherwise, there's no point in my prediction. In the past, when I've done this to myself and haven't uploaded the videos online, kept my opinions to myself, I've usually been right. So I figure, why not upload my videos about just the Seahawks this year, each game. In the past, I've only done that for the Super Bowl games, but now I'm going to do every individual Seahawk game. I think the Seahawks will probably beat the Colts, but not for a reason most people are considering. We have a new offensive coordinator, and with his own plays, he's never been an offensive coordinator before, and anytime that happens, it's hard for the opposition to know how to prepare to defend against it because there's not tape on his new system. Yes, he's coming from the Rams, but he's not going to do everything exactly identical. There's no reason to, because Russell Wilson is capable of things that Jared Goff isn't. It's a different offense anyway. Obviously, there's going to be similarities, but in fact, in 2019 season, Zach Taylor's first season as a head coach, the Bengals almost beat the Seahawks, even though the Seahawks were a much better team that year, just because it was the first game of the season. There wasn't tape on their new system, and that caught the Seahawks by surprise. I think similarly, the Colts defense is going to be caught by surprise because no one knows what to expect. And then on the other side of the ball, I think it all comes down, as I've said before, to Carson Wentz. But their offensive line is dealing with injuries already just as the season starts. And I think the Seahawks defense is pretty talented, or so it appears to be anyway. On paper, we have a talented defense that could give problems to Carson Wentz and the Colts offense. And for these two reasons that I think will be better than them on both sides of the ball, I think it's not going to be a close game. The last time I checked the betting line was Seahawks win by like 3 points. I think they'll win by a lot more than that, even though they're playing in Indianapolis. I think as the season goes on, the advantage the Seahawks have of lack of tape on their new offense will go away. Other teams will know what to do. But for the very first of the season, I think for this particular game, and especially the Seahawks will catch the Colts by surprise. They don't know how to protect against this Seahawks offense, know how to defend against it. And then on the other side of the ball, I think the Seahawks defense is going to be pretty good. I think they'll continue where they were last season. Last season, the Seahawks defense was horrible at first, but got better as the season went on. I think we'll continue to have a good defense. I think we'll dominate the Colts on both sides of the ball. I don't think it's going to be a particularly close game. So Seahawks win. The only question is how much. Probably by at least a touchdown, 7 points. That's my prediction.